Right, welcome to another review here. We're going to take a look at Angel's Blade book. It's sort of a codex campaign book that Games Workshop have released. It's new out. There's a new miniature as well. This chaplain for the Deaf Company. Interested here because we're Blood Angels. They're an unbound army at the moment, so we're going to come with a bit of interest looking at the formations and so on in here. There's a fair amount of content to this one. Similar to the same kind of book as the Traitors Hate release that came out as well. So I know there's a fair bit of excitement amongst Blood Angel players regarding this release here. Just specifically the formations. It seems to be, at the moment, it's not just in this book but in others, that it's starting to have the ability to deep strike and assault. There's a number of formations that are enabling you to do that, not just here, but in other armies as well. So it seems to be that rule of never being allowed to assault from deep strike is gradually being encroached upon and fading away. But here's another book here where that opens up. We'll check those formations out later on, and all the other content you get inside here, this Angel's Blade book. I've got mine from gamingfigures.com. They do Games Workshop at 15% off. If you order over £100, which usually it's going to be Games Workshop orders, then they give you an extra 5% off on top of that. And then if you're in the UK and your order comes to over £40, they give you free postage as well. So a really good way to save a good chunk of money for getting your Games Workshop stuff, and not just GW stuff, but also Flames of War, Bolt Action, and all different types of gaming systems and terrain and accessories and paints and so on. So you can check them out at gamingfigures.com. So Angel's Blade is from this Black Crusade sort of campaign they've going through. So Blood Angels sort of geared towards fighting chaos here, and then some nice formations and so on. So some artwork coming up. That's the inside front cover. Again, a nice colour scheme, colour palette for Games Workshop for Deaf Company here. Sort of dark silvery kind of colours, black, and then the striking red, and then this burnished kind of gold as well. It's sort of the colours that you'll find in the Deaf Company. Here they are, bursting onto the scene. Deep striking and assaulting. It matches the Blood Angels very well. It's sort of what you'd expect them to do, just turning up and saving the day, these descending angels in the middle of battle. So some beautiful miniatures. I would say out of all the different I'd say out of all the different Space Marine chapters, Blood Angels have some of the nicest sculpted miniatures out there. They really do. Sanguinary Guard, for example, beautiful models. So if you're going to collect Blood Angels, some very intricate, beautiful designs on them. So Vengeance and Death, expecting a fair chunk of a storyline here. See, Blood Angels Chaplain, new piece of artwork here, fighting against the chaos here. There's the illustration for the new miniature. Blood Angels Chaplain. Here he is again. Interesting. So the book, the illustration for the book is half of the main picture. That's the front cover from the Traitors Hate book. So they've split them down and done the artwork that way. Nice artwork, though. So I'm guessing you'd be buying the books together, even just to get the story, even if you're not collecting both sides. Something you and a friend could do, I could imagine. You get a book each. You got Blood Angels, friends got Chaos, and then you can go with the storyline, that kind of thing. I think that's a new illustration there as well. Chaplain. Yeah, it's a nice miniature. It's just down here. And there's the Deaf Company. Really do like the Deaf Company. Very, very tempted to repaint one of the Storm Ravens. It breaks my heart to do it because I'm quite happy with how it's come out, but I may well do one as Deaf Company. Just like the way it looks. And in the middle of the game, it's really handy then, you know which one your Deaf Company is inside. There they are, the Def Company bursting onto the scene, allied with Skitarii here actually. And then the colour scheme for these Skitarii, the white and red, it matches the Def Company really well. That's a nice combination there. There it is, Def Company all painted up, the new sized slot bases there as well. There's the new miniature, some dreadnoughts, and then in their Storm Raven gunships. Nice. You know, and you say I'm collecting Blood Angels, and yet Def Company, totally different theme within that codex, so that's what I really like about the Def Company. I think I'd always have Def Company in my Blood Angels army, couldn't leave them out. Impossible, I think. Some structure there, some of your artwork. We really shied away from regular rhinos and stuff, just really went for unique Blood Angels units. Another piece of artwork that Games Workshop not holding back here. Another one. It's the campaign, the storyline, Invasion of the City. Some more miniatures laid out. Yeah, some lovely setups here. Def Company are really nice. Famous piece of artwork from, I think that's current Blood Angels Codex. Just there, not sure if this one's new. This one again, this whole theme of these descending angels coming down. They're in gold and white, you know, very saintly kind of colour scheme, and they descend into the filth and the vileness of chaos and rend their foes asunder. Yeah, very strong theme. Again, another piece of nice artwork there. She's sort of reading, it's like a book. It's not a pretty enjoyable read. I mean, you're reading the book through and it's illustrated as you go along. It's nice. Wow, look at this. Incredible piece of artwork, really nice. Incredible. Yeah. I think it's a strength for Games Workshop when this is another new piece of artwork. Again, descending to fight against chaos here. You see the Chaos Defiler just there. I think it's a strength that Games Workshop have when they get all different artists to do their illustrations. You get a real spread of styles and themes. I think it's very, very good. Again, I'm guessing this is another formation. Always would love to do a larger size, because it's so expensive in points, but always would love to do a larger size unit of these. Even a unit of 8 just looks so much more impressive than 5. Yeah. I think this is one of the formations here as well. So loads of Terminators, Stern Guard, Assault Marines, loads of them. And then a big unit of Sanguinary Guard and some characters as well. Nice. And again, more structure here. Colour schemes. I've got a, I do have a Terminator Librarian to paint up. Looking forward to getting him done. But real up in the air about Blood Angels. I used to like it, they had the Assault Marines of troops, and then in the current codex, Games Workshop took that away and it just messed up my whole theme for the army. I just couldn't bring myself to start introducing tactical squads and so on, but may bring them back. Just still not sure how to structure the Blood Angels army. There's so many units in there that I really like. I really don't want to leave any out, so it's trying to get the points and squeezing them in. It's very, very difficult indeed. Sanguinaut, there he is, descending in. That's Carlian, I think, the captain in Terminator armour. He's a nice job, yeah. Stone Guard veteran, Vanguard veterans. Nice, lots of lightning claws. Screaming Pit. More illustrations here, more storyline. This is an older piece of artwork, the old classic Assault Marines with the yellow helmets. So amongst the chaos here. I think that's an older piece of artwork. Loads more showcase of the miniatures as well. Tons of showcase miniature photographs here. Really handy for painting references as well. Again, allying with Skitarii here. Interesting, that's what I'm planning to do as I complete this Skitarii army, is just to bring in some Blood Angel allies. So That's what you're seeing here. Imperial Knights in the background. Looks like another formation. I think they're giving you the historics or the background, the campaign background of each of these formations here. This is regular tactical squads. That's very handy when it comes to painting them. All the insignia laid out for you. All precisely done. Nice. Dreadnoughts, Predators. Still more storyline. And on here. A mixture of artwork and miniatures. I mean, it is impressive. And Games Workshop lay these miniatures out here. Again, storming the breaches here, fighting against chaos. The Angelic Host. So that has taken us to 2/3, pushing on 3/4 of the way through the book. Is all storyline. So you get a fair old amount. Just there. Okay. So Forces of the Blood Angels. Some updates here for the Codex. So Vindicators just lets you take squadrons. So that's helpful. You know, some annoying things because the Blood Angels Codex is a bit older. Space Marine Codex comes along, lets you deal with squadrons and stuff. It's annoying for Blood Angels players. And there's been a lot of frustration for Blood Angel players over the years. They always seem to be behind everyone else, or the units seem to be too expensive. So this book's helping them to catch up to some degree. If you do take Vindicators, you get Line Breaker Bombardment. If this unit contains 3 Vindicators, you can fire the Demolisher Cannons. A squadron can fire a single line breaker. So it's the same as the Space Marine Codex. Apocalyptic Blast ignores cover. Nice. The Whirlwind, Suppressive Bombardment rules are there as well if you take squadrons of them. The Land Speeders, the Anti-Grav Upwash, extra 6 inches when they're flat out. Predator rules, Kill Shot, when you've got 3 Predators. All Predators in the unit have Monster Hunter and Tank Hunter. Nice. That is decent. The annoying thing about these is you have to maintain them at full strength. You have to have 3 Predators. The moment one dies, the bonus is lost, which is probably really annoying. You have to keep all 3 alive. Battle Predators, interesting here to see what they get. So I don't have any of these, but always wondering whether to get one because it's one of those unique Games Workshop units. So if you have 3 of them, they're only 115 points each. And then to give it Flamestorm Cannons for free. Okay, and then to give it Heavy Flamers is 20 points, Heavy Bolters 20 points. Yeah, not bad, cheap enough. Wall of Firepower. Whilst this unit includes 3 Battle Predators, you can reroll all to wound rolls of 1 when shooting their weapons. Not that impressive, that's a shame. I mean, handy if it's a template weapon, you know, 2s to kill these infantry, a couple of 1s, you can reroll them. You can make it nice and reliable. Just the rule here for Whirlwinds, just to miss that one. Whilst this unit includes 3 Whirlwinds, each model's Whirlwind multiple missile launcher has pinning and shred. Nice. Okay, so not too bad. So here we go. So we're on to an Angel's Blade Strike Force detachment here. I've got a feeling it's going to be quite restrictive. I'm not sure if these detachments are going to help me out here with what I want to do with my Blood Angel army, but we'll see. This detachment must include at least 1 core choice and 1 auxiliary. So 1 core, 1 auxiliary. You can have 0 to 5 command, and that's it. There's a couple of core choices actually you can go for. So Angel's Virtue. So if you do go for this, we'll come to the formations later on, but if you do go for this detachment, Angel's Virtue, if this detachment is your primary detachment, you can reroll Warlord traits in Codex Blood Angels. Then Red First. In a turn in which a model from this detachment charges into combat, you have +1 to your initiative till the end of the assault phase. You become initiative 5, which I don't think is particularly amazing. A model that has made a disorder charge that turn receives no benefit. I mean, Red First isn't that impressive. +1 initiative isn't the most amazing of upgrades, so nothing really I would really bother with there. And if you're up against Eldar or something like Dark Eldar, perhaps you want to go simultaneously. You know, they're initiative 5, you're initiative 5, but other than that, or just to be able to go first. I suppose, no, you're fighting against other marine type armies, so Chaos Space Marines at initiative 4, you're initiative 5, it does mean you get to go first. It could really be depending on who you're fighting against, but it could be very helpful indeed. Sons of Sanguinius. Any unit for this attachment is reduced to half its starting number of models, rounding fractions down, immediately gains Zealot. For example, a unit that starts the battle with 5 would receive Zealot once it had been reduced to 1 or 2 models. So, not bad. Easy to forget that in the middle of a game, but you do get Zealot if you're less than half strength. Yeah, so, not bad. Not bad. Not the best attachment rules I've seen. You know, and if these are really restrictive, still going to be back to the drawing board for my Blood Angels army. But we'll cover those formations later on. But you just need to choose one auxiliary, should be easy, and then one core, either a Battle Demi Company or an Angels Demi Company. So a Terminator Captain. Alright, so the entry's been put in here. There's a couple of entries for specific units. Nice model. He's 135 points, his weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength and toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 3 attacks, leadership 10, and it comes with the 2+ armor save, so this is inbuilt Terminator here. Don't have to pay for the upgrade. Terminator armor, so he's on that 5+ invul as well, Storm Bolter, Thunder Hammer he comes with as well, and the Iron Halo, so 4+ invul. Comes with Furious Charge. So would be strength 9 on the charge with the Thunder Hammer. They show no fear, an independent character. So you could pretty much buy him 135 points and that's it. He's got the upgrades there, a nice set of upgrades. The Terminator Captain may take items from Terminator weapons, special issue war gear and or Relics of Baal list. We'll come to Relics of Baal later on. You can replace his Thunder Hammer with the Hammer of Baal. Page 117 for 10 points. So we'll just check out Hammer of Baal just to see if it's worth it. For 10 points. Times 2 strength AP2, melee, concussive, mastercrafted. Okay, so you're basically getting a mastercrafted Thunder Hammer. Can be handy for him. You know, lower amount of attacks, lower amount of dice. You've got 3. Yeah. Stormbolt, yeah, there's no extra attacks, so 3 attacks, 4 on the charge. A reroll may well be handy for him. Yeah, and often he's going to be on a 3+ to hit, so that reroll may be worth purchasing. It's 10 points to get that, making him 145. Right, so Death Company Chaplain, 125 points for him. Nice new model. I've got a feeling he just comes with the jump pack as standard. Yes, my Death Company on foot. But anyway, Death Company Chaplain, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength and toughness 4, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 attacks, which is pretty low, which is a shame. Leadership 10 and a 3+ save. And then it comes with an Inferno pistol, already in the points. It comes with a Crozius Arcanum, a jump pack, frag and crack grenades, and then the Rosarius there. Okay, so 4+ invuln for him, but lower amount of attacks, which is a shame. But +1 for pistol, I believe. Inferno is a pistol, yeah. So it would be on 3 attacks, 4 attacks on the charge. Furious Charge, so strength 7 on the charge. Independent character. And then Zealot, so reroll to hits for him and his unit. That's the cool thing about him. But now, Rites of Blood. In a turn in which Death Company Chaplain charges into combat, all Death Company Marines in his unit reroll fail to wound rolls in the fight sub-phase. So that is back again. They took it away and then they've brought it back. You don't get access to this in the regular codex, but here, this specific Death Company Chaplain that you have to buy the model to get. I'm sure you could paint up another one, doesn't matter, but if you have this model here with the pistol and the jump pack and so on, then you get to reroll your wounds. So you're rerolling your hits, rerolling to hit, rerolling to wound. It can be utterly deadly, so pretty good. Model that has made a disordered charge that turn receives no benefit from the Rites of Blood special rule. So only if it's a normal charge, not a disordered one. And then he can access the special issue war gear and Relics of Baal as well. So that's his entry there. We've got regular units here as well. might just mean some extra things that you can do with them. So next one's Assault Squad. So maybe tempted to get the miniature there. It is beautiful. I can, paint it up as Dev Company. It's nice. Very, very strong style. So may get him. And even if I Dev Company on foot, not really too worried. I can always just stick him in with the unit. Doesn't matter. Just to get that ability for the rerolls. Be good. Yeah, and you can always jump off and fly off another turn, join another unit. I mean, he is allowed to join other units. He could join my Sanguinary Guard. They wouldn't get the reroll for wounds, but his Zealot would still be passed on to them, so just an idea. So Assault Squad, 70 points. I'm just wondering why they have re-entered this one. Might just be the access to... Oh, right, it's so you can take an Eviscerator. I think it's pretty much the way they've gone about it here. Okay, so Assault Squad here, just a regular Space Marine stat line, bolt pistol, chainsaw, frame crack grenades. They should have fear. Combat squads and Furious Charge. They're 14 points a model, and then to make them Assault Marines, you can take jump packs at 3 points each. So 17 points. You've got access to Flamers, Melter Guns, Plasma, Inferno Pistol, Plasma Pistol, and then for every 5 models in the unit you can take a chainsaw with an Eviscerator. For every 5. So you could buy 10 and then take 2 Eviscerators and then split them out or join them together. Double Eviscerator, nice. You can take a Veteran Sergeant for 10 points. He gains access to melee weapons, ranged weapons. You can take a Combat Shield and or Melter Bombs for 5 points. And then they can take Drop Pods, Rhinos as transports, as long as they haven't taken jump packs. So just updates, just an update I think for that entry. Then Devastator Squad is an update for them. I would imagine that they can then take Grav weaponry is the upgrade for them. Yep, here it is. So it's the usual for these guys, but they now have access to Grav Cannon and Grav Amp and the usual heavy weapons stuff from them. And the unit can take a Amorium Cherub. So check that one out. An Amorium Cherub. One use only. One model equipped with an Amorium Cherub can reroll all failed to hit rolls in one shooting phase. A unit equipped with that. That's brilliant. The Amorium Cherub is represented by a separate miniature. That's this probably tiny little thing. The model itself is decorative. That's it. So it's one use only. The whole unit gets to reroll in the shooting phase. And it is 5 points. It's a fantastic upgrade. Brilliant upgrade, and it's only 5 points. So you reroll your shooting, one use only. Very, very handy indeed. Very, very handy that. And very, very cheap. So an Amorium Cherub. Not sure where you get that in, what box set it comes with. Regular Tactical Squad or... I don't think it comes with a Sanguinary Guard, so not sure what the model looks like. Haven't seen it about in the book here. So I have to keep a lookout for that. But it's a good upgrade to have for sure. Okay, so on to formations then. A Battle Demi Company. Imagine it's similar to the Space Marine one. See what bonuses you get for this. No restrictions. This is the formation. Quite restrictive because you have to take such and such. So one captain or chaplain, so I can do that. One command squad only if captain is taken. So I could just go chaplain. So that's fine, all good so far. 3 tactical squads, there you go, you're immediately having to take tactical squads. Now you could minimise those out. Your little squads of 5, no upgrades, put them in Razorbacks maybe. Yes, that could work pretty good. Pretty cheap. Like 70 points and then 55 for a Razorback. Done, and we could do it that way. Then you have to take an Assault Squad, Bike Squad, Attack Bike Squad, or unit of land speeders. Probably take the Assault Squad. Then you have to take a Devastator Squad. Now I'm starting to having to take squads here that don't usually have. have to take a regular dreadnought, not a Furioso, not a Death Company dreadnought. So this is more your sort of regular infantry sort of formation here. And then you have to take a 1 Furioso dreadnought, only if a chaplain is taken. Okay, so the chaplain makes you take the Furioso. So I could half do that, but it's a fair change to the Blood Angels. I'm trying to keep them away from regular sort of Space Marine style, and that's pretty regular Space Marine. So, but if you do go for this one, because there's plenty of people that do have this kind of style for Blood Angels, the Angel's Virtue, you can reroll all your traits, and then red first, you have 1 to initiative in the assault phase. So I can't, what are they doing here? Because you've already got that red first, you're 1 to your initiative. I don't think it stacks up. No, so there's absolutely no bonus for taking the Demi Company. If you take them within the Angel's Blade Strike Force, there's no bonus. It's not cumulative. I don't think you have +1 and then +1 on top of that, you know, initiative 6. I don't think so. But that's a waste of time, really, for that formation. There, no benefits really at all, so not so good there. So now we're on to another one. Angels, Archangels Orbital Intervention Force. You know, because the benefits here have got to be pretty good if I'm to shift over and change the army around. This miniature here is beautiful. It must come with the new Terminators box set. It's really, really nice. Could even make him up to be a captain easily. 3 units in any combination from the following list. So 3 units of Terminator Squad, Terminator Assault Squads. So 3 lots there. That's an easier one to fulfill. So you get swift deployment. All units in this formation must be held back in Deep Strike Reserve. That's fine. When making reserve rolls, you make a single roll. On a successful reserve roll, all units in this formation arrive from Deep Strike Reserve. Fine. So no problem at all. They all arrive together. Orbital Intervention. Terminator squads in this formation can shoot twice on the turn they arrive from Deep Strike. Excellent. The second round of shooting does not need to target the same enemy target. So you can then fire at different targets. Very good. Terminator assault squads in this formation can instead charge on the turn they arrive, but it counts as disordered. But even if it counts as disordered, that is fantastic. That's a 100 times better formation than that one. The benefits in this are brilliant. Excellent benefits in there. Shooting twice when you land, it doesn't affect your next turn. You shoot as normal after that. Amazing, and you can shoot at different targets, and you can charge. So that's superb. Maybe you take that just for the ability to take that. Maybe you don't even have to. You can take a regular standard force organisation and then bolt on this formation to it. But it would mean investing in more Terminators. But there is an incentive because they've re-released the Terminators, the beautiful plastic ones. So yeah, if I was to do that, I'd probably go for a unit of I've got Thunderhammer Storm Shields. Probably go for a unit of shooty ones, unit 5, and then a unit of maybe Lightning Claw guys. Yeah, and then just drop them in, shoot and assault stuff, cause chaos. Nice. So pretty good. So then we're on to an Archangel's Demi Company. It doesn't tell you if it's core here, I don't think. So I have to go back to here. It is, yeah, I thought it was. Okay, there's your auxiliary there. It's an auxiliary there for the Terminators, the Orbital Intervention Force. But Archangel's Demi Company next. So you have to take a Terminator Captain, it's fine. 2 Furioso Dreadnoughts. Okay, and then 5 units in any combination from the following list. You have to take Terminator, Terminator Assault Squad, Vanguard Veterans, Stone Guard Veterans. So very elite formation, this one here. There's no restrictions. If you take that, everybody gets stubborn, which is handy. It's sort of an elite get into combat, stuck in nasty combats type formation, so everyone gets stubborn. Elite Strike Force, make reserve rolls for units in this formation from your first turn. So they could arrive turn 1, which is nice. And then Storm of Angels, you can re-roll failed reserve rolls 4 units in this formation with the Deep Strike special rule. In addition, units in this formation arriving from Deep Strike scatter d6 less. Normally d6 rather than 2d6. Very, very nice. Loads of benefits here. And then Angel's Virtue, of this formation you can re-roll your Warlord traits. That's a nice one to build your army around. There. Yeah, it just means you can go hyper elite with Blood Angels. That's the style I like in the army that I have. It's sort of elite units picked out. It doesn't really fit any of these formations. But it's letting you take very elite style armies. Very, very good. Yeah. There's not a hint of a tactical marine anywhere with that formation, so that's pretty impressive. I think the Stern Guard units, you can drop pod them in. Yep. Can't charge though. But nice, reliable. Reroll them turn 1 onwards. I mean, you could really max out with things like Stern Guard. Yeah, so you could take this formation and that formation. This one for close combat, all close combat units, drop them down and charge everything. This one for shooting, because you're not allowed to charge, but it's nice, reliable deep strike and early stuff, ambushy stuff, so maybe max this one out for shooting. So I would drop pod down a load of Stern Guard, I think, a unit of shooty Terminators, and then the Furioso Dreadnoughts dropping down as well. Yeah, if you're able to do that. Okay. Because they don't all gain deep strike. No. So I'd have to figure that out, how to do it with the Dreadnoughts. Okay, 10th Company, right, something for scouts here. 10th Company Ambush Force. You have to take 3 to 5 units in the following combination: Scout Squads, Bike Squads. There's no appeal to me really for these. To get these scouts here. Bike Squads in this formation must be equipped with cluster mines. So concealed positions. Each unit from this formation using Infiltrate special and does not have stealth counts as concealed. A concealed unit has stealth until it moves, runs, turbo boost, charges or falls back, at which point it immediately loses stealth for the rest of the battle. The trap is sprung. During the first game turn, all units in this formation have precision shots. Okay, a couple of little benefits there. Nothing too major though for them. Right, so next up is a Death Company Strike Force. Loves to do a themed Death Company army, would be cool. Just all that black armour, the red, and just the whole style of them is very cool. I mean, you've got options then. For Blood Angels, you can go for the red themed army. You could go for the black of the Death Company, or you could even do a golden themed army as well. So that's the thing I like about the Blood Angels. There's a nice selection of colour schemes, or variation of colour schemes within the faction, which is really nice. So this formation here, then 1 Death Company Chaplain. You can take the new model. 3 Death Company Squads. So you could make this formation quite small or pretty big, and then 1 to 3 Death Company Dreadnoughts. Restrictions: any Death Company squad in this formation can take a Storm Raven gunship as dedicated transport. So I mean, that'd be a fantastic formation. You can have 3 Storm Raven gunships, all Death Company painted up, Death Company units to go inside, a chaplain with them, and then each transport carrying a Death Company Dreadnought. That'd be amazing. They'd clear anything in their path because it's an assault vehicle. Yeah, armed to the teeth with decent weaponry. Be some formation. Very, very good. They all come on at the same time as well, which is cool. A lot of points though, potentially. Black Rage. All models in Death Company squads from this formation and all Death Company Dreadnoughts from this formation add 1 to their attacks, whilst they're in 12 of their formation's Death Company Chaplain. That's not bad. An extra attack's pretty mean. Yeah, especially got a lot of infantry, and then they'd all get an extra attack. It's pretty nasty stuff. So not bad at all. Next formation then is the Golden Host. The Sanguinor or Commander Dante, and then 2 to 5 units of Sanguinary Guard. So that opens that right out. Again, they're expensive, 200 points a time. You can have up to 5 of them, plus a character. You've virtually got an army there. And all golden in style. These models, Sanguinary Guard, do look really nice when they're in large numbers. I just think it looks so impressive. Airborne Assault. From your second turn, you can choose the turn in which the unit from this formation arrives from reserve. There is no need to roll the dice. Wow, that's pretty good. That's very good. All units in this formation must arrive on the same turn, and all must deep strike onto the battlefield. You can re-roll the scatter dice when units in this formation arrive from deep strike reserve. So nice bonuses there. Re-rolling a scatter. You choose what turn you want to come on. Nice. And then Glory of Sanguinius. Units in this formation can charge on the turn they arrive from deep strike. Wow. But always count as having made a disordered charge. Well, that's still incredible. So you have very, very nice. It's really nice that. So a brilliant theme for an army. So half your points you could perhaps spend on this if you kept the points down. If you took just maybe 2 or 3 squads of those, and then you just drop them down, re-rolling your scatter dice, fantastic. And then any mishaps and so on, you're sort of keeping them near where they're meant to be, increasing the chances of that, and then being allowed to charge on the turn that you land is fantastic. So it makes sense. Deep striking, it's been an annoying rule in the past where you deep strike something down that just has to sit there for a turn and absorb. I'm sure in the way 40k works with these, they wouldn't just land and then sit and then receive fire. They'd attack. They come down out of the sky attacking. So this is what these rules represent. That they're assault units that bring the swords down just as they're landing on top of their opponents. So that's representing that in this formation. So really nice formation, that one. So they're all nice. I do have the Sanguinor actually painted up. Got a unit of those. You never know, may get some more of them. They are beautiful models, and they have quite a presence on the table. And it wouldn't have to be a whole army points that's spent on that, maybe half. You'd have a pretty decent force. Yeah, so your opponents will set up, and then suddenly these angels drop down and just start charging everything. Very nice indeed. Okay, so chapter. What turn is that they come on? From your second turn. So yeah, just wondering about that. You've got to have some kind of wondering about running both of those, but you'd have one flying on for reserve, one deep striking in, but you've got to have something on the table on turn 1, and to be alive at the end of turn 1, otherwise you'd automatically lose. So you've got to have some units anchoring the tabletop. Chapter Ancients is the next one. Really nice flexibility and options here for the Blood Angels, these formations. 3 to 5 units chosen in any combination from the following list. Librarian Dreadnought, Dreadnought, Furioso Dreadnought, no restrictions. A well-timed blow. Once per battle at the start of any Blood Angel's turn, the Dreadnoughts in this formation can deliver a well-timed blow upon the foe. They can do so instead of moving in the movement phase. They can either shoot as if it were the shooting phase, pile in and fight as if it were the fight sub-phase. Different Dreadnoughts can carry out different actions if desired, so some might move, some shoot, some fight. Dreadnoughts that shoot or fight can do so again later in the same turn. Whoa, it's extra shooting, extra fighting, combat there. Again, pretty good rules there for them. And then a Storm Raven Squadron is 2 to 4 Storm Raven gunships. I could take that, 2 to 4. So this now, I could take this formation. This brings them out of heavy support. If I'm going for a bound standard force organisation, they then become part of the formation. I then have I free up some slots in heavy support if I need to. I'll see what the benefits are. Annihilation Strike then. Once per battle, at the start of any of your turns, I've read this, this is quite a cool rule actually. You can pick an enemy unit anywhere on the battlefield to be the target of Annihilation Strike. When you do so, any Storm Raven gunships, this is the start of your turn, it's not during shooting phase. Any Storm Raven gunships from this formation that are within 72 of the target and have line of sight must fire all their remaining Storm Strike missiles at it. Conduct the attacks as if they were being carried out in the shooting phase. No other attacks can be made by the Storm Raven gunships as part of Annihilation Strike. You're just offloading all your missiles at the start of your turn. This isn't even a shooting phase. Storm Raven gunships can shoot again in the shooting phase of the same turn, using the weapons they have remaining and not counting the Storm Strike missiles they've used against the number of attacks they made this turn. So, nice that. That is nice. You're in a certain position at the start of your turn, they're lined up correctly. You say, right, Annihilation Strike, offload all the missiles, say you've got 2 Storm Ravens, 8 missiles, strength 8, away they go. Take on a target and then move off and go and do something else. Nice. There's another one here, a Lucifer Armoured Task Force. So we've got 1 Tech Marine. Not keen on the model there, it's the old one. 3 to 5 units chosen in any formation. A Bow Predator or Predator. Okay, and then 1 to 3 units chosen in any combination, a Land Raider Crusader, Land Raider Redeemer. I sort of can do some of this. I've got a Land Raider here done, and so I can meet that requirement. I've got 1 Predator, maybe get a Bow Predator or 2, and then would need a Tech Marine, so halfway there. First into battle, all Predators and Land Raiders in this formation have overcharged engines at no additional points. That's 10 points a time you've saved. Okay, this means that all vehicles in the Lucifer Armoured Task Force have the fast unit type as described in the rulebook. So, a bit of a points saving ability there. I mean, that's potentially you're going to save 80 points if you maxed out there with all the vehicles. So, yeah, maybe you're a fan of, you've got something similar running at the moment, you just move them into this formation and it frees up some more points, so no complaints there. So War Gear of Bow, Armoured Cherub, Amorium Cherub we've covered, it's good. There's 1 use only. You reroll failed to hit rolls in 1 shooting phase. That's only 5 points. Nice. Grav Amp, it's your rerolls. Relic of Bow, Hammer of Bow, just there. So, this is going to be fascinating. We've got more psychic powers available here for Blood Angels. So, quite an incentive to get a hold of this book if these powers are pretty good. And just for fun and the theme of Blood Angels, and it's nice to have your own unique disciplines. You know, different chapter, they've got their own way of doing things. And now they've got access to certain ways they've trained their psychers. So, I think it's really cool. Just mixes things up. It means that Blood Angels get their own, yes, they're Space Marines, but they get their own units, their own formations, their own psychic disciplines if they choose. So look at the first one here, Librarius Discipline. I still haven't painted him yet, but a Psycho, a Librarian and Terminator armour, so I'm looking forward to painting it. It's a lovely model. May well choose one of these disciplines for him. So the first one here, Librarius Discipline, Primaris power is Emperor's Wrath, Warp Charge 1. It's a Witch Firepower, the following profile, Rage 18, Strength 5, AP 3 Blast. Okay, pretty not bad, so you could kill a few Space Marines with that. Nothing too amazing. Okay, next one then, so now when you roll up here, these are the powers you can get. Number 1 is Veil of Time, this is Warp Charge 2. It's a blessing that targets a Psyker's unit. Whilst the power is in effect, the Psyker and his unit can reroll all failed saving throws. Cool. So, stick him in with a unit of Terminators, 2+ save, rerollable. Pretty good. Now you say you got a Terminator is 40 points. You roll that dreaded one, you re-roll it. You've saved yourself 40 points because you've got the miniature still alive. So, you can imagine that paying off pretty quick. Even Power Armour, 3 up save, rerollable. It's pretty good. Then you've got Fury of the Ancients, Warp Charge 1. It's a beam, the following profile, range 20, strength 6, AP 4 and pinning. Pretty average that one. Strength 6, going to struggle against vehicles. It's only AP 4, so it's not going to take out too much. Nothing too major with that one. Psychic Fortress is next. It's a blessing that targets the Psyker. Whilst the power is in effect, all friendly units within 12 of the Psyker have Fearless and Adamantium Will. In addition, Whilst this power is in effect, all friendly units within 12 have a 4+ invuln save against any wounds caused by witch fire powers. So, a number of benefits there to that one. Not bad, it's okay. Might of Heroes is a blessing that targets the Psyker. Whilst the power is in effect, add 2 to the Psyker's strength, toughness, initiative and attacks. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. He's going to make him pretty good, actually. Problem is with these kind of powers is it's a random chance of you getting it. So you say, oh, I'm going to get a librarian, I'm going to give him power axe and different weapons. But then you've got to hope you roll up this one. And there's a 1 in 6 chance every time of you getting it. So it's annoying because it's not a guaranteed power. Psychic Scourge is next. I'm getting the impression that these powers are okay. It's a little bit on the weak side. It's a malediction that targets an enemy Psyker within 24. The Psyker manifesting this power rolls 2 dice and adds their mastery level. The other Psyker rolls a single dice and adds their mastery level. If the enemy Psyker's result is higher as an effect, if the scores are drawn, or your result is higher, the target suffers a wound with no saves of any kind allowed. Whilst this power is in effect, you can only successfully manifest warp charge points on the roll of a 6+. So it's sort of pinning a Psyker down, which is pretty good. And then finally, if your result is 3 points higher than that of the enemy Psyker, then they also lose a randomly chosen psychic power. They cannot use it for the rest of the battle. Yeah, picking out a Psyker. I'm trying to think who you might use this against. You know, maybe fighting against demons or something like that. This might be quite good. Then finally, Null Zone. Warp Charge 2 targets an enemy unit within 24. Whilst the power is in effect, all models in the target suffer -2 to their invuln saves. Whoa. This is cumulative of any other modifiers a model's invuln save has, but cannot make it worse than 6+. So again, real tailored towards a certain type of opponent there. -2 to an invuln. So, you know, bear that in mind. You might be up against an army that's full of invuln saves. You can, but again, it's not guaranteed you're going to get that power. Warp Charge 2 gives you a better chance of rolling up that result. Yeah, I was just reading this and I recognise it all. I'm sure most of you are already aware it's in here. Angels of Death supplement. So these psychic powers aren't unique, they've already been released. It's a bit of a disappointment. It's the same librarian which we've just run through is in that review already. So the review here for Angels of Death Codex supplement, I'll just go through all the powers in there. Then you've got Technomancy disciplines, the same. Fulmination, Geokinesis, yeah, it's all exactly the same. So Psychon Librarians. So this is just extra psychic powers for Space Marines in general. I started reading this thinking, oh yes, they've given Blood Angels some specific ones, they're not in here. So if you're looking just for the psychic powers, then bear in mind it is actually in this Angels of Death book. The exact same psychic powers. That's a shame. That I was hoping for special powers for the Blood Angels just for the style that they've been trained in, but that is not the case. So it's just a repeat here, exactly the same. So what I'll do is I'll continue on here. I'm going to briefly keep running through these here, or you can see them in the Angels of Death review, but to save you switching over to watch that one, I'm just going to keep going here on the rest of these disciplines. So Technomancy is the next one. Subvert Machine is Warp Charge 1. It's a malediction, targets a single enemy vehicle within 18. If it is successfully manifested, randomly select one of the vehicle's weapons. Do not include bombs or one-use only weapons or weapons that have been destroyed. Then you and your opponent each roll a dice. If your opponent rolls higher, nothing happens. If the results are drawn, the weapon can only fire snapshots. There's half a chance of doing something. If you roll higher, you can immediately shoot with that weapon at another enemy unit. The weapon fires using the vehicle's ballistic skill, unless the crew is shaken or stunned, in which case it's only snapshots. So half a chance of doing something there when you're just firing one weapon. Might come in handy, but it's okay, it's quite good fun. Blessing of the Machine, Warp Charge 1, is a blessing that targets a single friendly vehicle within 24. Whilst the power is in effect, the vehicle ignores crew shaken, crew stunned. and has Power of the Machine Spirit special rule. If the vehicle already has a special, it instead increases its ballistic skill by 1 whilst the power is in effect. If it is out of transport, you can only attempt to, he may only manifest a psychic power, but it must be the target vehicle, the vehicle they're inside. Machine Curse, Warp Charge 1. It's a focus switch firepower, targets a single enemy vehicle within 18. The target model immediately suffers D3 Strength 1 AP-hits with Haywire. Cool. Not bad, that one. Yeah, that's not bad. You know, roll 5 or 6, and then you've got 3 rolls needing 2+, and just chuck a load of hull points onto a vehicle. Not bad. Reforge. So, you know, this one obviously geared towards you're up against a heavy mechanised type army. You can cause some trouble. Reforge is a blessing that targets. This is fun. This is a sort of fun styles of psychic power, so it's good fun. It's a blessing that targets a single friendly vehicle within 24. The controlling player can choose for the target vehicle either to immediately recover 1 hull point lost in the battle or repair a weapon destroyed or immobilised. In addition, the target vehicle has it will not die until whilst the power is in effect, and if you're inside the vehicle, it can only affect the vehicle you're embarked upon. Cool. Warp Metal Armour, Warp Charge 2 is a blessing, range 24. If you target a vehicle unit, then whilst it is in effect, add 1 to the armour values. Wow. If this power targets a non-vehicle unit, then whilst it's in effect, add 1 to the toughness of all models in the target unit. Nice. If the power, and if it embarks in a vehicle, it can apply to that vehicle. Nice, you have a Land Raider. Bump him up to armour 15. Whoa. Yeah, nice. Fury of Mars is next. It's a beam, range 18. Haywire, that's not bad. Only Warp Charge 1. And then Machine Flens, Warp Charge 2. It's a focus switch firepower, targets a single enemy vehicle within 18. The target immediately loses D3 hull points. For each hull point that the vehicle loses, the Psyker inflicts D6 Strength 4 AP6 hits with rending on a single enemy unit within 12 of the target vehicle. You can choose a different target for each hull point lost. Nice. Warp Charge 2. That's a nice discipline, that one. Technomancy is really nice. Good fun. Good fun, weird to fight against, and just a fascinating one. Nice theme to that one. Could be a fan of Technomancy. Nice, he's a specialist at disrupting vehicles, and that's really good. Right, next one's Fulmination. Electro Surge, Warp Charge 1, range 18. Strength 5, AP 4, Assault 6. Not too bad, it's okay. Nothing too major with that one. Electro Shield, Warp Charge 1, blesses the Psyker. He has a 3+ in one. That's okay. Not that you're usually going to be chucking him into heavy combats and stuff, so it's alright. Electro Pulse is next. It's a Nova, range 9, Assault 1 Haywire, so you could haywire a couple of vehicles if you're nearby, within 9 inches, pretty tame. Lightning Arc, range 18, Strength 5, AP 4, Assault 2d6, Lethal Discharge. After this attack has been resolved against a target, roll a dice for every other enemy unit within 6 of the target. Roll 4 or more, they suffer d6 Strength 5 AP4 hits that are randomly allocated. Not bad, you could Lightning Arc a whole load of people. Warp Charge 2, that one. Fists of Lightning is a blessing that targets the Psyker whilst the power is in effect. The Psyker adds 1 to both his strength and attacks. In addition, each time the Psyker hits an enemy unit in close combat, that unit suffers 2 additional Strength 5 AP-hits. Okay, so it's alright. Not blown away by these. Magnetokinesis. Warp Charge 2 is a blessing that targets a single unit within 18. Unless the target is zooming, swooping, or is locked in combat, immediately can move up to 18. The unit can move over all other models and terrain as if they're open ground, but it cannot end its move on top of other models or impassable terrain. Any model that starts or ends this move in difficult terrain must take a dangerous terrain test. The unit cannot charge, shame, and that it has moved. All models in the unit count as having moved in the movement phase for the purposes of shooting. So an extra bit of movement. Warp Charge 2. Ugh, okay, nothing too incredible. And then Electro Displacement Warp Charge 2. It's a blessing that targets a single non-vehicle unit within 24. Remove all models in the target except one. Then swap the position of the Psyker with that model. Then set up all models from the Psyker's unit, if any within 6, and unit coherency. And set up all remaining models from the swapped models unit within 6 and unit coherency. If either was locked in combat, the displaced unit is now locked in combat with that enemy. Models cannot otherwise be placed within 1 inch of an enemy model. Unless locked in combat, these units can charge in the same turn. Ooh, that one's not bad. Yeah, it's not sure what to think about Fulmination. Maybe a little bit weak. There's some good stuff in there, but it's okay. Geokinesis next. Warp Charge 2 here for Chasm. Yeah, this is the one we move terrain around. I remember this one. It's a psychic power that targets an enemy unit within 18 of the Psyker that is not locked in combat. All models in the enemy unit must immediately take a dangerous terrain test with no armour or cover saves allowed. Ooh, so ones are really bad. This psychic power has no effect on sweeping or zooming units. Next one is Earth Blood. It's a blessing. Warp Charge 1 targets a single friendly non-vehicle character within 18. The target immediately regains D3 wounds lost in the battle. In addition, whilst power is in effect, the target and all models in the unit have It Will Not Die. Only handy if you've got wounds. Because It Will Not Die is replacing a lost wound, but if you've only got 1 wound, you're dead, you can't roll it. Scorched Earth next. Warp Charge 1 is a malediction that targets a point on the battlefield within 24 of the Psyker. Choose the point. When the power is manifested, each unit within 6 of that point immediately suffers a single strength 5 AP4 hit with ignores cover. Well, you could just plant that in the middle of a group of fire warriors and just take them out. Whilst the power is in effect, all terrain, including open ground within 6 of that point, is treated as dangerous. Not bad. Land Quake is a malediction that targets all enemy units within 18. Whilst this power is in effect, the targets move as though they're in difficult terrain. Furthermore, whilst this power is in effect, targets cannot run, turbo boost to move flat out, so you could try and pin down a unit of jetpacks or something. This psychic power has no effect on zooming or swooping units. It's okay. Phase Form is a blessing that targets a single friendly unit within 24. It's Warp Charge 1. Whilst the power is in effect, the unit has moved through cover. All of its weapons have ignores cover. Nice, ignores cover. Helpful. In addition, the unit does not need line of sight in order to attack an enemy unit in the shooting phase. As long as the target is in range, it can be shot at. Again, helpful. You don't even need line of sight. Pretty good, that. That's pretty decent. Warp Quake is Warp Charge 1. It's a Witchfire power that targets either a single building or a single piece of ruins within 24. If you target a building, roll a dice, 1 to 3. It's a glancing hit, 4+. It's a penetrating hit. If you targeted a piece of ruins, roll a dice for each unit is even partially within those ruins. Of 4 or more, you take D6 strength 6 hits. Random allocation. So just causing things to collapse and so on. Shifting Worldscape. I mean, potentially these could cause... That could cause a fair amount of damage. If you picked on the right units at the right time, you could cause a fair amount of casualties and sort of pay for your points pretty effectively. Shifting Worldscape, Warp Charge 3. Targets a single piece of terrain within 24 and in line of sight. The terrain feature must be one that can be physically picked up and moved. Move the terrain to an open area of ground anywhere within 24, so long it is no more than an inch away from models. Any units that have all of their models in this piece of terrain can move with it. If the unit is only a portion of its models in the terrain feature, then the models go on and on. So it's just telling you how to position the models, any dangerous terrain tests. Interesting on that one there. Nice theme to that one. My favourite is this technomancy, playing around with machines, giving them blessings and benefits, and then causing some decent powers against your opponent as well. So that would be the one I would pick out. But it's in Angels of Death Codex, so you can get it from there and use it for any of your units. It's disciplines that any Space Marine chapter, it seems, can delve into. So then they give you some Altar of War missions. These are unique ones for Blood Angels. So you've got Death on the Wing. For that one, Honor of the Angels, Sound Deployment Zone. So there's some fun. These are cool. You know, you used to play 40k, you play your missions, and to have a change, you agree with your opponent, say let's try one from the book, and it just creates a new scenario. And you can have really good fun when you try something new. Just freshens up your gaming experience. There's another one, no matter the odds. Diagonal deployment there. Nice spread of the Blood Angels. The tactical squads do look nice. May need to get some of them. But Blood Angels Army, I get a lot of comments about Blood Angels, people saying, you know, what are you planning to do? The army's currently unbound, which isn't ideal. Just really annoying. I used to have the Assault Marines as troops, and then the whole way Codex changed, and now I can't do that anymore, and it just became really annoying. And just didn't go down the route of having to take tactical squads. So the models are nice, just not quite sure what to do. And these formations we've seen here, they require a fair bit of expansion. You know, I need to get a fair amount of new models and so on. So not sure what to do. Blood Angels do like the army I have, actually, even though it's unbound. I like it, like the theme. We'll just have to see with them. Yeah, because we shut out these units, I don't want to drop any of the units, which is difficult decisions may have to be made. So still got a little bit to do here. We've got Warlord traits, this will be interesting, and then Relics of the Lost as well. So Death Company special rules. Strike forces drawn from Death Company are slightly different to those normally fielded by the Blood Angels. If you use the Death Company Strike Force or a Lost Brotherhood, the following supplemental special rule applies. Death Company squads can take Storm Reaver gunships as dedicated transports. So nice bit of flexibility to remember there. Relics of the Lost. Any unit from a Death Company Strike Force or a Lost Brotherhood Strike Force can select Relics of Baal. Can select Relics of Baal, can select an item from the Relics of the Lost list. Present opposite here, or at the points cost shown in addition to Relics of Baal. So it breaks open up some extra relics. Interesting. And then Warlord traits. So yeah, there's just be interesting to see what they come up with here. So number one is Blood Augur. Once per game turn, as long as your Warlord is still alive, you can re-roll any single dice. This could be a reserve roll, a hit roll, a saving throw, a single dice for a leadership test. That's it. A dice can be re-rolled. Could well come in handy. Okay. Not particularly amazing, but... Number two, Beacon of Rage. Your Warlord and all friendly Death Company squads within 12 of him have Fleet. Might be helpful. Next one, Caged Fury. Your Warlord and any unit he joins have Rampage. That's nice. That is nice. Next is Infectious Tenacity. Your Warlord has Feel No Pain. That's alright. If your Warlord already has Feel No Pain, add 1 to any Feel No Pain rolls that you make. Black Fury. Your Warlord has Rage. Just Rage. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just checking. Just wondering if there's a mix-up. So, number three is your Warlord and any unit he joins has Rampage. So Rampage is the one where you get extra attacks if you're outnumbered, so which is quite often the case for Death Company. And then this one, Warlord has Rage. That's where your Warlord's just going to get an extra 2 attacks on the charge. Don't know which one's better. Visions of Heresy. Quite tame, all of these, really. Your Warlord and all friendly Death Company squads within 12 of him have Hatred, Chaos Demons, Chaos Space Marines. Quite specialised that against Demons and Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, not particularly blown away by that one. I'd still probably choose strategic traits from the rulebook instead of that one. So, Relics of the Lost. Any cool relics that you can use here? So, Reliquary Armour. First of all, it's 30 points, 2 up armour save. The bearer has Adamantium Will and Crusader as well. Not bad. You could take that for like your captain or something. Give him a 2 up save. No invuln though. The Guardian's Blade is 30 points. It's strength of the user. AP2, nice. Melee, Armor Bane, Mastercrafted, you're getting a reroll, and then two-handed there, so that's not bad. Armor Bane's interesting, but 30 points for that. The Blood Shard, 30 points. The Bearer of the Blood Shard has counterattack. That's a lot of points just for that. God, don't bother with that one. Bow's Vengeance is a template weapon. It's poisoned 4+ and AP6. It's a pistol. Not that impressive either. Dear, oh dear. No, it's not really good. 20 points for that. Firestorm, 25 points. It's range 12. Strength 8 AP3 Melter and AP1 Mastercraft. It's a Mastercrafted Melter pistol. Like a longer range Inferno pistol, I think. That's okay, 25 points for that. Be worth giving to someone who's ballistic skill 5 maybe. But again, you've got to get within 6 to get your melter effect with that one. And then the Gilded Crozius, 25 points, is Death Company Chaplain only, replaces the model's Crozius Arcanum, so you have to pay the extra 25 points on top of that, in addition to having the profile below. All models in the bearer's unit that have Feel No Pain can reroll 1s for Feel No Pain rolls. It's not bad. And then you get +2 strength, and then AP3. It's not AP4 but AP3. It's melee, concussive, and mastercrafted. So it's quite expensive, but you get a fair bit there. Rerolling your 1s for Feel No Pain. It's AP3, not AP4. It's +2 strength, melee, concussive, and mastercrafted reroll. So not bad that. The Gilded Crozius. Pretty nice actually. So sit here. Oh no, what is this? An extra? The Doomed Sons of Sanguinius. Okay, so we'll cover this one. So tucked away at the back here, just as I thought we got to the end, there is the Doomed Sons of Sanguinius formation, structure here for this detachment. So you have to take a command, which is a Death Company command. Right, so this is the theme. See the Death Company across the page here. Not 0 to 5 auxiliaries, you don't have to take any of those. And then you have to take a call, which is a Death Company strike force with your chaplain, Death Company squads, and dreadnoughts. You put them in the Storm Ravens. And then Death Company command is 1 to 3 Astraphlemators, Death Company chaplain. Right. Okay. Okay. Just trying to think how you do it on the battlefield. You need some ground units on the table, but we'll keep going here. So this is what you get for this one. Angel's Virtue. You can re-roll your warlord traits in the codex. Okay, nothing major. The red first. In addition, in a turn in which a model from this detachment charges into combat, the model adds +1 to its initiative to the end of the assault phase. It doesn't affect you if you run a disordered charge. So +1 initiative. It's okay. It's handy if you're against things like Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, you got grenades, they got grenades. You charge them simultaneous, but +1 initiative just tips it over so that you get to go first. So it could well come in handy. And then this rule, unleashed upon the foe, immediately after setting up a unit from this detachment during deployment, you can move the unit 6 inches as if they were making a move in a movement phase. They cannot run. And the units that arrive from reserve do not receive this bonus move. So an extra 6-inch movement. Nothing, not particularly amazing. So yeah, it's okay. So that's that one done, and then you've got your tactical objectives, your special cards there for the Blood Angels. So there it is, the Angel's Blade. So my verdict on it looks alright. Some of the formations are great. It's really nice themed formations that you can take there. So, you know, maybe you've got, like me, you've had Blood Angels for years and you're sort of looking for some to breathe some fresh life into. Maybe you want to go in a certain direction with your Blood Angels. You like a certain style of unit. Maybe you like Sanguinary Guard and you think, I'd love to have an army of them. Or you really like the idea of a Death Company themed army. Well, now with this book you're able to channel your army in that direction, and you've got some nice benefits Some really nice formations, some very nasty formations, good ones that can complement you as you head in that direction. So pretty good. Psychic powers seem to be the same as in the Angels of Death, which I've said already. And then there's some nice new missions in there, there's some themed ones, and then you've got these detachments as well, which is quite crucial. If you're trying to go for a themed army, a nice themed detachment opens up all the slots that you're able to field what looks like an unbalanced army. You know, you're loads of one type of unit, but you can do that within the parameters of these formations and detachments. So the book's okay, and then storyline. I mean, you're going to be expecting half of it is just pure storyline in regards to this Black Crusade. So the Games Workshop have done the two. They've done a campaign storyline and then mixed in the appropriate rules, benefits. So there it is. Angel's Blade. I've got mine from Game Figures, as I mentioned, gamefigures.com. They do Games Workshop at a discounted rate, and if your order comes to over £40, they give you free postage in the UK as well. But that's the review for Angel's Blade. Leave your comments and feedback, what you think of the new book and the structure and the direction that Games Workshop are doing with these themed sort of books. It's not really a codex, like a supplement type thing. And what you think of it, especially Blood Angels players. Leave your opinions of what you think. Has it improved the Blood Angels? I think it has, but leave your feedback in the comments section below. There it is. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.